Oracle Cloud Contract Management. Hi, my name's Scott Walls, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to the Terms Library application in Oracle Cloud. So let's get started. Slide 1. What is the Terms Library application in Oracle Cloud ERP? Well, the Terms Library application automates the creation and management of contract terms and contract terms templates. Contract terms are the content, and the terms templates are the boilerplate starting point used in the contract authoring process. Slide 2. What types of contract terms can be created within Oracle Cloud ERP? First, sections. Let's use the example of insurance. Second, clauses with variables in them. So think fidelity insurance is a clause. I need you to have fidelity insurance, and then how much might depend on the total amount for something, so I might put a variable in there. 3, constants. So for example, site visits, and I might say constants for site visits would be 2. I'll explain in a second. 3, questions. So now I have, are you coming on site? 5, rules. Now here's where that kind of comes together. I have a rule that says if you're coming on site more than the constant 2 times, then I'm going to have a rule that drives a separate clause onto the contract. Then I have something called a deliverable. A deliverable is a transaction that is either assigned to an internal party or an external party where something needs to be done. So for example, I might have a certificate of insurance, and so 30 days after the execution of a contract, I want that certificate to be provided to us, the insured. And that's part of also the types of contract terms. And then finally, where do these all come together? Well, they come together on the terms template. That's where I have a section or a default section. I have many clauses, but I can have constant questions that are on rules that are on the terms template that drive different sections or additional sections. I can also have a deliverable. Now, that deliverable doesn't have to be used. So in this example, maybe I don't use a certificate of insurance every time, but I have the option of putting that all on a terms template because it's easy to pick and pull it. So it's beyond a Word document as a template that you have functionality within Oracle Cloud. Slide 3, who creates contract terms in Oracle Cloud ERP? Well, the initiators of contract terms are as follows. First, as you would expect, the emissary, if you will, or emissary of legal within procurement, the contract admin, and then also the legal team, regardless of whether those contract terms might not even be created inside of Oracle Cloud. Legal is usually the starting point, and then it's really big. See my other DocuSign video that you want to have contract integrity. So these contract terms that are being created have to be approved specifically if they're changed, and we need the integrity of programmatically controlled signature to link all this together. Okay, slide 4. How are contract terms created within Oracle Cloud ERP? Well, there's 3 methods. First, obviously, manual entry. Second, you can have clause importing. You can use something like XML to import them from another application. And then third, you can also have something that's like clause uploading, or even almost like a cut and paste. So I can have a simplified terms template. And that, if you don't understand, you want to see my free course on Panameer. But it's essentially like an object, like supplier paper. You don't have all this functionality around rules and experts, and it's viewed just as a group. It's very much like if you have a Word document. But that simplified terms template, I can just cut and paste from my Word document, paste that inside my simplified terms template, and upload it. So very easy. That's the 3rd method. Okay, slide 5. When are contract terms created within Oracle Cloud's procure-to-pay process? So let's walk through that process. So first, you have pre-negotiated contract, where a requester is going to find some items, put them in their cart, submit it for approval, then generate the PO, and receive goods or services at desk or dock. Now, if we can't, or if the requester can't find pre-negotiated content, then he or she is going to use the non-catalog request form to execute a less structured process where they initiate the service of procurement to help source, potentially qualify, to do some pre-purchase contracting maybe, or some non-financial, think like the NDA, this kind of contracting. I might do a sourcing event. If I have a sourcing event, I probably have a contract. And then I may also create an agreement or a purchase order. So look, you can say that the contract terms are used in those two spots of contracting, but really, and this is really important, contract terms are created in advance of that, and they don't necessarily need to be created in Oracle Cloud. There are other applications outside of Oracle that you can create your terms in. It's just you have to figure out what the jumping point is, or jumping off point between that application or a Word document or something in the legal department and Oracle Cloud. Okay, so now this is interesting. What is the contract terms lifecycle? So how does all this come together? Well, first we're going to start with creating some sections. We might add those sections. Then we might create new clauses, and we might even put variables inside those clauses. Third, we're going to create constants. Think in my insurance example of the site visits. Then I'm going to create the questions that I'm going to use to help evaluate something against that constant. Then I create the rules that say if you're going to come on site, how many times is it greater than this number, then you're going to put you're going to put another clause on the terms template. And then we have deliverables, and those deliverables are the extra tasks internally or externally related to a contract. And then finally, where does it all come together? On the terms template. So that's the life cycle of contract terms in Oracle Cloud. Have questions? Reach out to me directly at the link below. Want to learn how to create contract terms in Oracle Cloud? Then check out my free video on Panameer.com. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.